The smell and feel of clean, soft sheets are things most of us take for granted. But for many of the 3.5 million homeless Americans, those feelings have become distant memories. And while no one has been able to solve the problem of homelessness, one company has found an innovative way to ease the burden for the men, women, and children spending their nights in homeless shelters. Procter & Gamble Professional introduced its Mission S.O.F.T for Start Out Fresh Today program in 2005. The program solicits gently used hotel linens, launders them with Tide, Downy, and Clorox, and then donates those linens to local homeless shelters.
Obviously, we started with a very small handful of cities with a very small idea, and it's just so right for us, and it's so right for our partners, and it feels like such a good thing to do, and I think everybody feels so good about it that it's something that's really generated a lot of momentum and has continued to roll out across the country, city after city after city. Many of the people coming into homeless shelters actually have children, and to provide them an opportunity to have a little bit of an extra home-like feel through a fresh set of sheets and a fresh set of towels is something that they really appreciate and makes us feel great about giving back to them.
Implementing a program of this magnitude requires the involvement of many dedicated people. The logistics of rounding up linens from hotels in cities in 19 states, laundering them and getting them into the hands of the shelters in need is a huge undertaking. But P&G professional personnel and hotels and lodging associations have all taken Mission S.O.F.T to heart and made the program work in their communities.
I think back a lot to my childhood, and sometimes, we had to do without when I was growing up, and it was a different time then, and to be able to know that we're making a difference, it's a great feeling, and I know my staff feels the same way.
More and more often, it's families that are being displaced. That is the fastest growing segment of the homeless population. And in those families, many of the faces are very young, with nearly half of all homeless children being under the age of 5.
It's so important, a part of bedtime, to have some place that's safe and warm for that child to go, and this just helps create that environment, and it helps the mom reconnect with their kid and really take care of them.
America has been wrestling with its homeless crisis for decades, and while the number of homeless people remains high, it's worth remembering there are ways to help people faced with the challenges of being displaced. P&G Professional's Mission S.O.F.T program is a good example of what can happen when caring companies take action to address national problems on a local level. It's a program making a difference that thousands of people can feel, both on their sheets and in their hearts. I'm Deborah Haas for Procter & Gamble Professional.